Good morning, Luminous fans. Renee here to walk you through some awesome airbrush today. And we are getting ready for a virtual game night. So I am prepping my makeup and just getting some fun ideas of what I can do for a virtual game night for my makeup. And I also wanted to tell you that I'm excited to walk you through what your airbrush can do for you, bring to you, because if this is your first time airbrushing, I want you to feel super comfortable airbrushing, and we're gonna go over that every single time we go live. So if it's at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., noon, 2, or 4, we're here to walk you through the same steps to get you started with so you don't have to worry about missing a single live. Then we're going to go into something fun. So don't you worry. We're here to support you to get through everything. Hey, Candy, welcome. I missed you this morning, so welcome back. Let's get started. First and foremost, the best thing about your new system is that it's super, super simple to get started with. Like, so simple. We just have a few easy steps to get started. So let's start there. Okay, so if you've never airbrushed before, don't worry. We're here. You want to take your, so what's great about this, it comes already put together. Hey, Nancy. All right, it comes put together. That's it. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is plug it in. So we are going to plug this guy in, and you just have to get used to the feeling of the airbrush on your skin, and go ahead and use just the air, or you can even try this with water. Oh, Candy, you're going to love it. Girlfriend, you are going to love it. I'm going to clip my hair back because my bangs go a little rogue, but that's okay. So we're just going to first feel it with air. You notice I'm not doing anything but turning it on. Then you want to keep your stylus moving. Always want to keep it moving. Hey, Dawn, welcome, welcome. So we always just want to keep our stylus moving. We want to stay those 4 finger widths away. And we want to, when we're ready, barely pull back on that trigger. So by barely, I'm going to get really close here. Pardon my nails. And I mean barely. It is the tiniest movement. Those 4 things are just simple ways for you to get started on your airbrushing, feeling super comfortable with it. If you keep those in mind, you're ready. Oh, don't we love when we get our Luminous mail notifications? Heck yeah. Okay. So I'm going to get started with our love. Love comes in your set. I'm going to start with love because you can continue to practice. You can practice when you get your set. You get 2 foundations that we're going to go over today, but you also get this beautiful product called Love, which is a hydrating. It's a hydrating luminizer. Whoop. And you can use as much or a little as you want, but it's a great way to get started. And you're right, Dawn, there are tiny little lines. I'm going to see if, there we go, next to the trigger. Tracy, girlfriend, I missed you this morning. Hold on, let me see. There we go, little lines next to the trigger. I'm going to, now the product is coming out just a little bit. Sometimes it's harder though to see those lines if you're looking at it and trying to do it at the same time. All right, we're starting with, good morning, Amber. We're starting with our Love because you can use Love in so many ways. It's a hydrating luminizer. It puts a little luminosity and glow into the skin without any colors. You can see no color changes. Good for you, Tracy. Sleeping in, girl. Okay, so we're just starting like that. Yes, Heather, you know, some of us can't see those lines, but it's also harder to see the lines when we're trying to see it on the side. So just get used to the feeling using that air. we are keeping our stylus moving, and you can even practice with love first because it doesn't have any color. So it can just get you the feel of like what everything feels like on your skin. And it's really great and hydrating. It's a great prep for the skin. Gives you a glow. You can wear it by itself. Maybe you don't feel like wearing makeup today, but you want to practice your airbrush and get used to the feeling. Just use the love. That's okay too. So in your set, you're going to get 2 full-size foundations. And I've been using Silk in 3, but if you can tell, I've been using tanning tonic. I feel like super tan, like in a great way, but not like overly tan where you're like, whoa. But I feel super tan in a great way. So I'm just going to try to use the 4 this time. Usually I use 3. So just giving you a point of reference of what color I'm using. Yeah, Heather, I was like, where are the lines? Yeah, Amber, use that love. You can use it first. So on our bottles, we say use 6 to 8 drops. Start with 6, start with 4. You could start with however many you're comfortable with. You can't go wrong here because just a little bit goes a long way. Or you can always add more if you don't have enough. So there's no rules, no rules. The only thing that we're asking you to do is keep that stylus moving. Good morning, Karen. Hey, Candy. Yes, you need all those blushes. Staying far enough away from your skin, and then you barely pull back on the trigger. So the reason why we do that, I'm just going to add some drops here. The reason why we do that is because Tracy, tulip does rock. Okay, so let me just show you really quickly. On the back of your hand, if you don't move and you just put your foundation in one spot, do you see how it just sits on the skin? Versus if we move, you see the difference? One, you can barely see any foundation, if you can see it at all. But on the other side, you can see where we just sat there. Look at that. Because we need to just, the purpose of the airbrush is to gently distribute all of the makeup and softly distribute all of that everywhere versus glumping it on traditional makeup style and then trying to move it around. Absolutely, Amber, you can absolutely put your love on first and then your foundation. 100%. That's exactly what I did. Yeah, Heather, I'm loving the tanning tonic. I shared with a friend yesterday that Monday I put tanning tonic on just here, just like where I could see it on the screen. Didn't put it anywhere else. I had like a tan apron. It was pretty goofy. All right, so let's add some of this foundation. I'm gonna start from the top of my face. But there again, there's no rules. It's whatever you're feeling comfortable with. And we're gently just passing over the skin. So that is just, I've totally, just one very, very smooth path everywhere. Can you mix silk with mystic? You know what? There's no rules. Why not? Absolutely. Go ahead, Heather. Heather's on here. Heather's real you and me. So if you love seeing Heather in your in the afternoons, she's here. So you guys can talk to Heather too. See the difference in stylus and foundation used? Oh, you totally can see it on the hand. Candy, Heather, you might be able to help me out here. If your airbrush, if your stylus starts puttering, does that mean maybe you need to clean it and pull the needle out? Is that a possibility, Heather? Can you help me out with that one? Heather has a significant amount more experience with airbrush. Heather is our famous airbrush makeup artist. I just added a little bit more because I'm looking to get a little bit more polished finish look. because I'm going to have a virtual game night tonight. And I'll wait for Heather to help us out here with the puttering question. I'm going to use a little bit under my eye for concealer. Yes, sputtering means some makeup is clogged. Okay, that's what I was thinking. So I'm going to pull out another, I have another stylus sitting around here somewhere. Tut, 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 wait for it. Because we just have styluses sitting everywhere. Okay, so that would mean you would just take your needle out, right, Heather? Ooh, maybe that one needs to be cleaned too. And then soak it in warm water. Okay, see? From the mouth of babes. There we go. So that means that there is some buildup there and it's getting stuck. Because the formulas are water-based, they're so thin. And because the water-based formula allows us to have the airbrush distribution, and as you could see, barely their application, which is the benefit of it, we have to make sure that that area is super clean so that it can go through it. Yeah. Nancy, you got to use that tip top. And then every now and then you just take that needle out and clean it up. So it's perfect that way. So I'm going to grab a blush. All right. So we did love first. We did our, silk. We decided to go with shade 4, which is definitely a better color option for me. And for now with my tanning tonic tan. And any of you ladies who need a little bit of color because maybe we've been stuck inside a little too long, put that tanning tonic there in your cart. So what's really cool too is, you know, if you're hanging out with us, the tanning tonic that I used is now available. So I use the one that we have in a can. So we now have it available as an airbrush solution, which is super cool because in the airbrush option, you can actually do it as one of your steps. Like it can be one of the steps that you have in your makeup application. Put a few drops in there, tanning on, and then you can go into your session. You don't even have to touch it. Like it's so great. You're just like tanning on. Then I'm going to go into my makeup. All right. I see some questions here. Tip top is a great choice. Yes, ma'am, Heather, for sure. How does the color match warm or cool tones? Are you talking in regards to our foundation? So the 4 is not that it's significant. It's a little bit darker than the 3, but the 4 is warmer. So because I have a tan, which adds a little bit of warmth, then the 4 works a lot better. Thank you, Amber. No, I'm going to do a girls' night, girls' tanning. I wish. A girls' game night look so that I feel like I'm polished and put together and going to have fun, almost like we're going to a happy hour, but we're going to get ready for a game night. But let's add some tulip blush because I want a little color on my cheeks, and then we're going to go into the fun stuff. So with blush, if you are new to blush, which you probably are not, if you are using this for the first time, I like a little bit more blush. So I use 4 drops. So if we're using the tulip blush, you can use a little bit to get started, and you can see the color is starting to show up. There we go. So the Tulip blush is coming into life. And if you want to, you could easily add some more, you could easily add a little bit more love on top if you'd like. Also, just to keep in consideration, when you're coming to different sides of your face, make sure you let go of that trigger so you don't get a little blush line across your nose. Just a little tip. All right. So that is what we have for getting you started on your, with your new set here. It's blush. We had the foundation choices here and love with our icon system. So really, really fun. Getting started, always super easy. I am going to, because this is my last hurrah, I'm going to use my tip top to clean out. So just like I believe Heather mentioned on here, tip top is awesome. Yes, you can use your blush before your foundation, 100%. It's really up to you. If you like a little bit more subtle blush, you can put it underneath. Or for me, the girl whose dog's name is Blush, I love blush, so put it on top. So it's really like 100% whatever you're feeling. And you can switch it up every day if you want. Okay, let's get a little bit of fun going on. And we're going to add some shadows. We're going to add some lips. I do want to add a little bit of powder because I want to set this up, because honestly, you guys, my game night is not until later, but I'm going to make sure that my makeup lasts until then. So I'm going to use a few of those longer lasting products because I don't want to redo my makeup later. So I am going to go into the translucent powder. And just set everything. Now, if you find that your makeup is feeling really wet, we can actually use a little bit less. So if your makeup is feeling like super sticky wet after you're done, try to use a little bit less next time, because you'll see that if we just have the tiniest bit, it sets up very quickly. But because it's warm here, I want to have this last all day. Setting with the powder, just a translucent powder, is a great way to extend the life of your makeup, keep you a little bit softer matte. And I am going to use a little bronzer. This is Bali. I'm going to use a little bronzer. So if I wanted to go in right on top of my makeup, then I can do that with a powder, and I don't have to worry about it just grabbing on to my foundation or my blush. So just warming up a little bit with some bronzer. All right. I know, I'm so happy that Heather is on here. She is just running this chat up so she can, I mean, she's like the wealth of knowledge. All right. So I'm going to do my brows with the Define 2-in-1 brow pencil. I'm going to use the brown. And I'm just going to fill in my brows, following my natural shape. Over here. So I'm so happy that Heather has joined me today. I text her like 10 minutes before the live went out, and I was like, Heather, help! My internet is out. I need help. Are you ready? Are you on standby? Can you help me? And I thought I was going to not have internet to come with you guys. So thank you, Heather, for being here, being with me, because I was panicked that I was not going to be able to come live with you like I always promise on our times. So excited that Heather is here with me now. She's like my backup dancer, because I was like, oh my goodness, I'm going to not be able to go live. I told them. Oh, Heather, oh my gosh, stop it. 2 cups of coffee and a fizz. That's a lot of caffeine, girlfriend. All right, Renee, what is the difference between the two foundations that you used earlier? The difference of the foundations, I've been using Silk today in 4, but I showed you the 3 because in your new set, when you order the system, it comes with 2 foundations. So I'm showing you that you can try one or the other and see what works best for you. With my tan, the number 4 was working a lot better. And the blush I used this morning was Soft Rose this morning. And then this time I used Tulip because I'm becoming a creature of habit. All right, eyebrows, check, but I want to set them with a little bit of gel. Just a little bit. All right, easy, easy, easy. Just follow your natural shape. Okay. Blush and bronzer are done. Let's do some eyes. And I'm going to do nude and naughty. I did this the other day when we did the date night. I know you guys were here. So many of you were here. But the nude and naughty palette is just out of this world. Like, it is something that, like, whew, it is the best palette because it has mattes, it has satins, it has shimmers, it has a little bit of everything. And seriously, an eyeshadow palette that gives this type of payoff, seriously, this type of payoff for $30, look at all of those shadows. And it is no joke, the amount of the payout of these shadows is just, there's nothing on my hand. Like, it is just grabbing on there. So because I'm feeling super cool, yes, Karen, love it. Amber, you are absolutely the sweetest. I love it. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to put that link in there for the Nude and Naughty palette because if you haven't snatched this up yet, or you're not really sure about eyeshadows and you don't want to think about picking any, the Nude and Naughty palette is just perfect. So I'm going to go in with Sassy. Add to your cart, Tracy, because I'm going to go in and use the cool tones here. I'm going to use Sassy, and I'm going to use this with my finger because these shadows are so pigmented. Look at that. I can just use it with my finger. And I have just this beautiful, I mean, it's like, boom, smoky eye, done. Karen, did you order it yesterday? Or did it come yesterday? Because I want to know the difference, because I want to know if you've been like touching it yet. Okay, so same with Sassy on this side. I mean, it looks like we did a lot more than just shove some eyeshadow on our lids with our fingers. And then I'm going to go in with Love. Love right above it, just so that it creates so it blends it. But I'm using a different finger, guys. You want to use a different finger so you're not going to get the same. You don't want to add any more of the Sassy because we're going to use the Love. Who says you can't get ready in like 2 minutes? You got airbrush foundation, airbrush blush, eyeshadows with your fingers. I mean, hello. Tracy, I used airbrush eyeshadow this morning. Heather, can you use airbrush eyeshadows this afternoon for us? Because Tracy wants to see it. So I only have one. And Heather, you're going to have to help a sister out with that. Heather is my airbrush hookup. I have the purple one. I used it this morning. And I think that Nancy can attest. I used sheer purple. It was phenomenal. Okay, I'm going to do just a little mascara. And I'm going to use Fancy lip stain because I'm telling you guys, I'm not doing my makeup anymore. I'm going to be ready for game night, but getting ready in the morning. 2 o'clock, guys, set your alarms for the 2 o'clock because Heather is going to do Airbrush eyeshadow. And Nancy says she uses espresso every day. The 2 eyeshadow look with your fingers is like out of this world. I mean, isn't that pretty? It's like sultry, but not like overly done. Yes, Amber, put this guy in your cart. It is out of this world. It is, I mean, it's like your clutch palette. All right, we had a vote yesterday. And my friend Fancy didn't do too well, but I want to use it today because I never wear Fancy. So, all right. Is that, oh, you said that's what you're going to order next, the purple. Oh, I love it. All right, and Heather will be coming live with you today at 12, 2, and 4, and she is going to let you know, because we talk to each other all day. We video all day. Tracy, I'm really excited to see your priorities right now. I don't know, Nancy. Let me check over there. Oh, there you go. Heather's going to do airbrush at 12. Let me check that site really quick. I don't know, Nancy. I'm going to ask our tech team and see if we can see why that can't be put on our wish list. Are you signed in? Add to loves. Okay, that one I tried. Okay, let's try. Eyeshadow. Let me try. Okay, I see that. So you mean to like add it to your loves? Okay, we'll try. I'll ask. Mascara's coming out for you. Go, girl. Woohoo! All right. All right, so I'm going to just finish this off. So if you don't know, our daggers are magnetic. They stick together. So you can choose a finisher and either a lip product. Yeah, thanks, Heather. Thanks for checking that out. We can use a stain on this side and then a finisher on this side. So I have the Fancy on. I love the cool undertone of it. And then I'm just going to finish it with liquid crystal for a little shine. And there we go. I am ready for my game night with my girlfriends. But the best thing about this look is that I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to touch it until my game night because I set with my powder. I'm wearing my all day lip stain. I have everything on that I need. All right. So look, I love it. Okay, well, I'm ready for game night. Heather's going to be ready for you for our 12 o'clock live. She's going to walk through in the beginning of our live with everything you need to know about getting started in your airbrush, everything that we did in the beginning, but I think she's going to do at noon, she's going to do airbrush eyeshadows. So stay tuned, subscribe, tell your friends, bring them over because we want to see you join us. So thank you so much for all of your time. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning and have an awesome Thursday. Bye, everybody.